He knows how to run an event.
Oh, absolutely. I am definitely going to try to make it out to the main CEO after this.
I would love to as well. That sounds like a party and a half. But all right, this is going to be an interesting one here. Let's see how this turns out. Duck Hunt versus Sheik on Town and City. Let's get down to it.
So Duck Hunt already has one of the worst recoveries in the game, right? And you pair that against a character like Sheik, who has some fantastic edge-guarding tools. And basically, if Raito finds himself off stage, he's going to die very, very quickly.
VoiD's no stranger to an edge guard either.
Yeah.
Against characters in the meta who have fantastic recoveries, so we'll have to see how it plays out. VoiD, he looks pretty content to slow down the pace of this.
I mean, that's basically what you have to do against Duck Hunt, right? The whole character's kit is designed to get around wanting people to approach.
And don't forget that can comes out at frame 1, the exploding can from Duck Hunt. So we're seeing it already come into play here, using it to like interrupt these combos and get some chip damage out.
It's something that VoiD will need to be very aware of. If he sees the can is already out, then he can have that full reign to go all in on his combos. But if it's not, and Raito's still alive after that bouncing fish. Oh, the can sending VoiD away, but still dying for getting hit by the bouncing fish.
Raito had nowhere to run there. Like I said, that Duck Hunt recovery is so linear, has no hitbox on it to speak of.
Yeah. Raito's only option in those situations is to toss out can and hope he covers the right angle to interfere with the opponent.
It did not work out for him in that situation.
VoiD right now is staying completely away from the can, not going to be frame trapped right now by trying to block it or air dodge it. That's exactly what Raito would like to see.
Now VoiD is known for his aggression, so seeing him play this methodically is kind of a breath of fresh air considering the style we're used to, but the back throw into the can, not going to be enough to kill yet. Can is so important for Duck Hunt's neutral. It will end up being stale a lot of the time, but not enough to kill there either.
Yeah, it ends up, again, this is why can is more of an intimidation tool, because Duck Hunt has so many other tricks like up tilt, nair, any of his smash attacks to actually seal out kills. That's not going to kill either. This can beyond stale at this point.
VoiD grabbing the ledge pretty safely, using that grenade to help cover.
Oh, you saw right, that was such a good F tilt by VoiD. Clanking out the up tilt by Raito right before it came out to cover the roll get up. And he's dead! It is that bad of a recovery.
Yep.
Like, like when I said it, when Duck Hunt gets off stage, he dies. Like, I completely mean that. That is where you go in on Duck Hunt. And so unfortunate, too. Raito trying to desperately close out that stock, recognizing that Can wasn't getting the job done, but unable to find it. I think, really, he just has to grind out these stocks, even if it takes beyond 200%. Just keep canning VoiD if that's the only thing he's letting himself get hit by.
It's an unfortunate situation. He just, Raito just fast fell a little bit too far. And a good job by VoiD, though, of course, to avoid Duck Hunt with the hitbox of your Vanish, because if you hit him with the Vanish, he does get his up B back.
Yes.
So good awareness there by him to let Raito fall for that mistake. So anyways, here we are on Final Destination. Raito needs to come up with an answer to tie up the set. Right now, VoiD going in already. Faring away these, what, the clay pigeon, that's what it's called.
Clay pigeon, yeah, you're talking about the Frisbees, yeah. Right now, we're seeing a lot of anti-air fare right now by Raito. Duck Hunt has underrated air moves, I find, by a lot of the community. His forward air, back air, both very disjointed and come out surprisingly fast. Up air, safe on whiff.
VoiD will get his opportunity there to block out Raito, and this juggle continues. All right, Raito going to sneak away, looking to get a little combo out of that throw. Not going to find its mark, but here we are back in neutral. But VoiD gets the grab again. I thought he had a read.
I like that VoiD is just sticking on Raito. When he finally finds his way in, he becomes the VoiD that we're used to seeing. Oh, and that right there, there was nothing he could do right there.
Yeah, I don't know if the can was on stage behind him or something, but he wasn't able to throw it out in time to help cover him from VoiD's aggressive edge guard.
Because I think what would happen is, right, he got control of his character below the ledge level. If he kicked out the can, he would have still been falling during the kick out animation and literally would not be able to make it back to the ledge.
You might be right. I think you are right. In the meantime, that falling neutral air going to buy Raito a lot of space, and he needs that to set up his wall. All right, here he gets his opportunity. VoiD stuck in the corner a little bit.
Right now, leaving Can right on ledge. There's a little bit of a mix-up, but the Vanish hitbox sends it away. That was actually smart on VoiD to just recover right onto the stage.
Now, when VoiD hits the can with needles, that does affect the way that it bounces when Raito presses the B button.
Yeah, doesn't it? It messes around with the can physics. I can't remember the exact thing.
But the point is, it helps to just really put Raito on the back foot, because usually he's the master of controlling the can.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways you can mess with the way its trajectory works, but just even any kind of little flub to mix up Raito is important, especially because of how calculated he is. But that back air, going to find its mark, and that's going to put Raito on the board. Yeah,
that Raito taking his first stock of this set right now. Oh, I like that. Throw into can into up tilt.
Quick, good amount of damage here for Raito. And look at that, it bounced right backwards.
It has to do with the facing of Duck Hunt when he kicks out the can. So a lot of times Duck Hunts will mix it up by kicking the can in one direction and jumping behind it and back airing, so then he can ping it the other way. It's a little bit of a zigzag.
That will mess up the... I will keep VoiD. Look at how VoiD is like cornered here. Raito's nowhere near him.
Yeah, but the amount of different angles he can potentially cover with the can and different timings with the gunman.
Can't come in the clutch here for Raito. Going to buy him a free trip to the ledge. And again!
Oh, and almost doing so much damage right now to VoiD, covering his options really nicely with this can. VoiD, though, still not being intimidated enough to give him something really solid.
Oh, and staying away from the up air. That could have been lethal here for Raito, but instead the fair is going to land.
Oh, catches him with the up tilt, though. Raito sealing it, getting it down to 1-1.
Very clutch there. And again, just the ledge trapping play from Raito was what really brought him back into that game. And it was that's just textbook Duck Hunt.
Yeah, and I think that pick of FD was really smart by him. It removed a lot of VoiD's mobility options, because we saw him platform camping a little bit during the Town and City game, right? You taking advantage of his vertical movement that the platforms gave him to really mix up where the can could go.
Right.
And that's why, I mean, Dreamland, I think, is a great pick for him, right? Because it's a smaller horizontal room, so when it's time to close the gap, there's less room for Raito to run away, and then he still has those platforms to help him weave around.
And we're not even 15 seconds into this game, and VoiD is looking for some aggressive edge guard opportunities here. Raito going to sneak past it, though. A meaty jab, and pretty decent percent here.
Duck Hunt actually has a lot of good moves. Like jab, surprisingly long range, and especially the rapid jab portion, extremely disjointed.
The one thing interesting about Duck Hunt is the forward smash actually has crazy knockback growth, so the more you charge it, like, it can actually do some serious knockback. You can find a way to trap someone into a forward smash. Of course, VoiD, very slippery. I'm going to try to avoid those opportunities.
Yeah, he's been giving him very few edge hop. Oh, so close to getting that missed tech punish. Exactly what you were saying, too.
Raito plants himself in center stage. He needs to keep VoiD cornered here with all of his bag of tricks. Like, Duck Hunt is the bag of tricks character in Smash, and we're seeing that right now.
And I do like that Raito's actually being a little bit more aggressive with his pressure this game, right? Like, he's actually approaching VoiD with forward airs and stuff, keeping VoiD scared in his shield so that he can get a bit more grabs, too.
And an aggressive falling neutral air gets Raito out of here, but he gets caught by the up air. VoiD in a commanding position at the start of Game 3.
Raito just drops down slowly, kicks out can. Let's start this grind all over again, he says.
And he's even one thing with Duck Hunt is even when you're behind, you still need to just take your time. Be nice and slow-paced. Because if you try to rush for a kill option, you pick the wrong character.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like, I don't understand what if Duck Hunt's can't even appeal to you in that case. And that was an up tilt trade right there. Taking out VoiD. Really a worthy trade, right? You only take like 4% for a Sheik stock.
Oh, excellent trade. I would take that trade 99 times out of 100, but
that
right
is
now.
A trade you can't find at GameStop.
The can gonna buy Raito a little bit of breathing room here, but he's still stuck on the ledge, and VoiD continuing his pressure.
Oh, VoiD catching the air dodge with that vanish.
Not enough to take the stock yet, but the pressure still continues. And looking for a second helping.
Right there, Raito adapting immediately.
I think Raito knew that like going for an up air in that situation probably wouldn't have killed.
Yeah.
It was pretty low, all things considered.
It was a situation where you essentially could choose one end of the mix-up as you lose the game, and the other one is just damaged.
Right. Oh, this is now where Raito needs to be. You know, the only less than 10%, 11% separating these two at the moment. But Raito gonna kind of lose that stage control a little bit for free with these. I don't know if that's like a kind of just a tech flub on the edge. It's gonna cost him, but okay, we're back in the neutral.
Oh, yeah. But he's dead.
we were back in neutral.
It's so unfortunate how often that actually happens, right? We're back in the neutral. Never mind. Never mind.
That's going to be a 2-1 lead here for CLG VoiD, looking to make it to winners quarterfinals to avenge Larry Lur.
Oh, yes. His fellow SoCal brother. I mean, at least we avoided the SoCal team kill in winners. Silver lining.
Silver lining, of course.
Because if you're flying to a time zone 3 hours away just to fight another person you can meet at your weeklies, it's not a good time. It's not a good time. And honestly, like, given the fact that that was VoiD's counter pick, that was a really close game. Especially when you weigh it against how game 1 went. I think Raito right now actually still has quite a bit of momentum because he's going to be able to get his counter pick of choice for the next game.
We'll have to see here. Although I do think, like, if you look at the final percents, it was a close game. I think the time of possession favored VoiD probably 55 or 60% in that game 3. Just when I say time of possession, I mean like stage control and just keeping your opponent in the corner. Yeah, things like that. If VoiD wants to comfortably take a lead here, he needs like a 65 or 70%. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, triple up air is a thing on fast fallers.
This Zero Suit Samus combo coming out here for Raito.
And that's the thing, right? It has such little end time that you can actually frame trap people in their shield on their own platform. Just keep up airing them, and if they try to drop shield early, they get pecked.
These tomahawks coming out from VoiD, putting on good pressure in his own juggles.
Pretty slick stuff right there. Oh, Plate Pigeon is so risky to throw out. If the opponent power shields it, is usually a free punish for them.
That was almost enough for a stock, but whoa, this combo from Raito all over the screen. And he's got a percent lead.
Right there, just stands there and blocks inside of can. There's not a lot the opponent can do if you have can right inside you, because if they grab you, you can just start pinging the can and explode immediately.
It's a good get off me option here for Raito. And again, you see him do that same thing. He launches the can and then dashes forward.
And just sits in it. This is my can, leave me alone. You can't camp without a can of beans, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Can not gonna save him from that tip or down tilt to up air combo. VoiD getting on the board here, looking to finish up a 3-1 victory.
Yeah, Raito tried so hard there too. He was pinging it like crazy.
These ledge traps from Duck. Oh, somehow barely missing.
So close. If he was slightly spaced a little bit closer, I think that would have covered roll get up and that jump air dodge.
Unfortunate here for Raito. He needed that stock, and he gets it.
Was that just did the can just two-frame there?
Your guess is as good as mine. That's what it looked like.
Because it's hard to tell, right? Because Sheik just got hit the moment she reappeared, so we don't actually know.
But VoiD not slowing down an instant.
Wow! And VoiD takes it 3-1 over Raito.
Raito laughing, having a good time. That was an insane finish from VoiD.
Yeah, wow, just going to the very, very heights of Town and City, claiming that stock pretty early, too. That was, I want to say, around 60-70% that Raito died.
He hit him with the up smash, and Raito was at about 75, and then just continuing the chase with that up air. And like we were saying at the beginning, that VoiD was kind of slowing down the tempo, like kind of taking